A lovely teacher who was wishing for a TV production crew. All of them needed to be smart and motivated to broadcast weekly news. Here's a story of a group of students who were dreaming of a broadcast on their own. There were 10 students sitting in their classrooms, and they were all alone. Till one day when the teacher met these students, and they knew together they'd become a crew. That this crew would somehow form a family, and that's the way we became Cougar News. Cougar News. Cougar News. That's the way we became Cougar News.
Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Cougar News. It's October 23rd, 2012. I'm Nathe Durfee.
And I'm Lena Fountain. Have you heard about all the good news that has been happening with Affton sports lately? Well, Nate's got all the news. Let's go to Nate.
I know what you're thinking. We have a long way to go until June 9th. But with the changing color of the leaves comes many things. Not only is it time for districts, but very soon it will be time for winter sport tryouts. And I have some great news for you. If you need a physical, according to the school website, on October 25th from 6 to 8 p.m., if you come here, you can get a physical for $20. First come, first served basis. Try out for boys or girls basketball on November 7th, wrestling on October 31st, or girls swimming on November 14th. But if trying out isn't your thing, I still have some great news for you. According to the school website, during the months of November and December, you can bring canned goods instead of money to get into the basketball games. Students bring 2 canned goods, and adults bring 3. Affton High School is working with the Affton Elks Club to collect non-perishable items for local food pantries. Check out the high school website for up-to-date sports schedules and info. For Cougar News, this is Nathan Sontag.
Looks like Affton doing very well with their sports. Who's the teacher of the week this week?
Miss Loris, and I've got an interview prepared with her now.
Hi, I'm Miss Loris, and welcome to my busy room. This year I'm teaching psychology, and I'm teaching contemporary issues, yearbook, and newspaper. I also am involved with cheerleading. I'm the coach for Varsity cheer and also for the freshman cheerleading squad. I also have the pep club, which we call here Varsity Sports Club. Yes, I'm busy, and yes, I enjoy it. It's what makes me work. I love being involved. I think it's important for students to see how important it is to be involved.
Wow, all that hard work? It's no wonder Miss Loris is Affton's Teacher of the Week. This is Lena Fountain with Cougar News. What a fine teacher, wouldn't you say?
I completely agree. Miss Loris and the rest of the teachers in the school administration have teamed up to prevent bullying. Corey has a story prepared for us. Let's go to Corey now.
Bullying. A matter that should not be taken lightly, but often goes ignored. There is no worse feeling for a student than being an outcast. But how can it be dealt with? I talked with our administrators to see how Affton handles the bullying situation.
Here at Affton, one of the first things we try to do if there's a report of bullying is protect the reporter, whether that's the person that just witnessed it or is being bullied themselves. We always try to help maintain their anonymity so that it doesn't lead to potentially more bullying. But anytime we have a report, first thing we do is get everybody whose names are involved and investigate, and oftentimes just discussing with them that it's been reported will help put a stop to it.
But that might not be so easy. According to Affton's social worker, Mrs. Creast, bully victims are usually the most hesitant to come forward.
It's not brought to our attention very often, I believe, because students fear that there's nothing that staff members could do to resolve it, or that it could possibly get worse, or that the person who is mistreating them could retaliate.
Most of that hesitation comes from being bullied over today's most used technology, such as cell phones and the internet. I talked with Assistant Principal Bierman to see how he handles the cyber side of things.
We do bring the students in if we have proof of it. Tell both parties it's got to end now. Block them from being able to go on Facebook with you, block them from being able to text you, email you. Just block them on everything.
In regards to reports of bullying, I talked with Dr. Jackson.
We try to keep it confidential. Usually say that a teacher brought it to our attention, or it's come to our attention, or we're aware of it. We try not to use a student's name, that the student exactly came to us. But sometimes we have to bring those parties around the table and address those behaviors that are hurtful, mean-spirited, making others feel uncomfortable about coming to school. In some cases, we have parents come into the meetings too, so they're brought into the situation and they're made aware of what behaviors their child's doing, making others feel uncomfortable.
After speaking with our administrators, I decided to consult with the student agenda to see if there are any written consequences of bullying. I only found the following: hazing, intimidation, threats, and harassment, including sexual harassment, profanity/obscene language, and the Safe Schools Act. If you or anyone you know is being bullied, please call 314-450-7569. For Cougar News, this is Corey Patterson.
If you know anyone that's been bullied, please call or text the cyberbully hotline.
There are a lot of great clubs at the school. Here are a couple of them that you can join today if you want to, in this week's commercial.
Sounds great!
What's wrong? I can't remember the theme from homecoming last year.
Well, your worrying stops now. The yearbook staff works very hard to ensure every major high school memory is featured.
Awesome! But where can I buy a yearbook?
Miss Lawrence's room, in room 30.
Cool. I'll go make my purchase now.
Yo, check out this chef, right? Right? That's so gay. That's really gay. Dude, look at those hands.
Please don't say that.
What?
Don't say that something is gay when you mean that something is dumb or stupid. It's insulting. It's like if I thought this pepper shaker was stupid and I said, man, this pepper shaker is so 16-year-old boy with a cheesy mustache. Just saying. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Join Key Club.
Key Club's not about keys, it's about service and leadership. That's what Key Club is about. So you still want to join?
Yeah, I want to join Key Club. Those are some interesting clubs. I might go check them out. Hey Lana, I want to go trick-or-treating this year, but I don't know what to wear. Do you have any ideas?
I don't have any ideas, but I know Rafal does. Let's go to Rafal.
Having trouble finding a costume? Well, here's some ideas. You can visit stores like Party City or Spirit Halloween.
I think I know what I'm going to wear this year.
Me too. I think I'll wear my costume to FrightFest.
What exactly is FrightFest?
Zombies, monsters, I don't really know. Sam knows though. Let's go to her now.
Thrills by day, fright by night. It's your one and only Six Flags St. Louis Fright Fest. People come here from all over just to witness the frightful events waiting to happen. Here's just a tidbit of what you may see. From Cougar News, this is Samantha Ecker.
Hey, Elena.
Yes?
Want to go to FrightFest with me this weekend?
I can't. I have some club things to do.
Oh yeah? Well, what club things?
The ones in these commercials. Doctor! I think I'm sick!
Well, what do you suppose is wrong?
Well, I don't know, Doctor. That's why I'm here.
Was there any unusual behavior?
Well, I've been in a more cheerful mood, and I keep breaking out into cheers. Go team!
Well, you, my dear, are what we call a spiritaholic with a mild case of Tourette's. I'm going to need to take immediate action. You need to go to room 30 at once.
Join VSC today to try to experience the right way. The source trip, room 30.
Jessica, there's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Sure, Michael. What is it?
Well, we've been hanging out a lot and having a lot of fun.
I've been having a lot of fun, too.
And I don't know how to ask you this, but
But what, Michael? What do you need to tell me?
where can I sign up for A+?
I think next to room 37.
Did you know that with 50+ hours of tutoring, A+ could pay for your college tuition?
Yeah, that's why A+ is great.
Thanks, Jessica. See you later. Bye.
His pajamas are professional. He interviews a CEO for his job. He is the most professional name in the world.
I don't always join clubs, but when I do, it's that I feel like stay professional, my friends.
Oh, those ones.
Yes, those ones. Recently, a girl in Pakistan was shot for defending women's rights. Romana prepared a story for us to tell us about what happened.
So I thought that I must be a politician to save this country. There are so many crises in our country, so I want to remove these crises.
The story of Malala Yousafzai, a 15-year-old education activist from Swat Valley, Pakistan, is one of hope and courage. According to the 2009 documentary Class Dismissed, Malala's fight for the education of young girls started at the age of 11 when she began writing a blog for BBC Urdu, documenting her life under Taliban rule. With the encouragement of her father, Zayuddin Yousafzai, a school teacher and educational activist, Malala also began publicly speaking about the importance of education. However, her efforts would only increase when in January of 2009, the Taliban issued a new edict against the education of girls. The Taliban bombed and shut down over 200 girls' schools, but this did not stop Malala. She began giving interviews and appearing on Pakistani news shows, promoting the education of girls and the reopening of their schools. Malala rose to fame in 2011 when she was awarded Pakistani's first National Youth Peace Prize for her bravery in standing up for herself and other Swat Valley girls. But tragedy struck 2 weeks ago on October 9th. While returning home on the school bus, Malala, along with 2 other girls, was shot in the head and neck by a Taliban gunman. She was airlifted to a hospital in Peshawar, where doctors removed the bullet lodged next to her spinal cord. According to BBC News, on October 15th, she was transferred to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Birmingham, England, where she remains today in critical care. On October 18th, it was reported that Malala had come out of her coma and for the first time was able to stand up and communicate through writing. Doctors say that while Malala does face a difficult and uncertain recovery, there is still a light at the end of the tunnel. For Cougar News, this is Romana Mirjak.
Thankfully, she is still alive to continue telling her story and promoting women's rights in Pakistan and around the world.
Speaking of helping women all around the world, Jack has a story on Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Take it away, Jack.
When most people think of October, they think of cool weather, falling leaves, and of course, Halloween. But I bet they don't think about one other very important thing about October, that it's National Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know some of you must be wondering, when exactly did National Breast Cancer Awareness Month start? Who started it and why? Well, relax, my friends, for I have the answers. National Breast Cancer Awareness Month was founded in 1985. in partnership between American Cancer Society and Imperial Chemical Industries, which is now known as AstraZeneca. Their goal together is to increase awareness of the disease, promote mammograms, and raising funds for research into the cause, prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and finally, a cure. To help reach their goal, breast cancer organizations like Susan B. Komen plan events like foot races, walkathons, and bicycle rides to help raise fundraising. Breast cancer is a disease that affects all of us, men, women, aunts, uncles, grandmothers, grandfathers, and so on. We all need to join together and find an effective way to help those afflicted with breast cancer and help prevent it in those who don't, all while working towards finding a cure. For Cougar News, this is Jack Nathe.
I hope someday we can find a cure to cancer so that no one has to go through it.
We can all participate in Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You know, sometimes I feel like I don't have anything to do after school.
We could join some clubs like these ones in the commercial break.
This here is Rob.
My name's not Rob.
Rob, please, I'm talking. Rob here is thinking about joining theater. Isn't that right, Rob?
Well, I was thinking about it, but then...
But what, Rob?
I mean, I don't know if I want to act.
Well, that's okay. There are plenty other departments for you to join.
I think I'll join theater. I'm gonna do it.
Excellent. Just come here at the auditorium Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30. Can't wait to see you there.
My name's not Rob.
Bye, Rob.
Could anyone guess what this is? No? No one?
Cougar Club! Cougar Club!
I'll see you here.
Are you stressed out about the ACT? What about colleges? What about those college trips? Yeah, it's definitely a frustrating time, but you know what can make it easier? The College Counseling Center. There, they'll help you with everything, except your taxes. From signing up for the ACT, from scholarships to those college trips, the possibilities are endless here. So visit today.
Don't those look like some great things to do?
Yes, they do. Have you seen all the teachers around with goatees?
Yeah, I almost can't even tell them apart.
Then you probably won't do very well with the Milla's game she prepared for us.
Wish me luck. Go ahead, Milla.
In a deck of cards, 3 out of 4 kings have mustaches. The Beatles gave away cardboard mustaches with their album Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. There's an award for the Mustache of the Year. Now it's time for Guess That Goat. For Cougar News, this is Milla Haseta.
Maybe I'll know who I'm talking to now. Hey Lena, do you know how to prepare for the ACT?
I know Madeline does. Let's see what she's got for us.
The ACT is coming around the corner, arriving at this Saturday, October 27th. Have no fear though, here are some tips to making sure you are fully prepared. It is crucial to have a good night of sleep followed by a filling, hearty breakfast. Be sure to arrive at school by 7:45 with your license, admission ticket, 4 sharpened number 2 pencils, an eraser, and a calculator. You will then need to meet in the library to find your testing room. Don't forget to dress comfortable. You'll be sitting in there for a few hours. And make sure you're dressed in layers. You never know how cold it's going to be. Lastly, leave your phone in the car, at home, your dog, at grandma's, anywhere but the testing room. And always just be sure to relax and good luck.
Cougar News, this is Madeline Cochran.
Thanks for watching us this week.
And be sure to tune in next week.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook.
Bye!
Bye!